Yesterday wasn't any more fun. She tried to say something like I've got to run, staring at his teeth, studying the crooked one. But I don't want to waste any more of my time. And I don't need to hold back anymore. And I don't want to waste any more of my time. And I don't need to hold back anymore.
What the fuck's up happening, people? How's it going? Huh? How's everything going? How's it doing? I'm Burger Podcast. Good to see you. Good to know you. I'm going to tell you this right here, right now. You know what? I went on a blind date. And when I say I went on a blind date, I wish I was blind. I can't imagine like she was. I felt like, okay, God, this girl's like 37. My Bumble thing said I was 32. I didn't know. I honestly didn't know. I would never fake my age to be younger because I never want to look older. I'd only say maybe I was older. Like maybe I'd say I was 60 so I could hook up with some 50-year-olds who are like, fuck, you look phenomenal for 60. You know, like that's my mode. That's my MO. Is I would say I was older than I was, if anything. And so anyway, but I corrected it way before we even decided to go out. I said, whoa, I'm 50. Because I had said I was 50. She goes, oh, it said there. No, I'm 50. I didn't know it said that. And I corrected it on thing and I wrote I was 50, blah, blah, blah. No problem. So we decided to go out anyway. She's like, well, you look really good. And I go, okay, well, if you want to go out, we can go out. Now, I'm going to tell you honestly, hold on. Oh, my whole body's thrown out from this stupid date. I'm going to tell you honestly, I knew right ahead of time this, like she wasn't my type in body. So here's the thing, like I do a joke where I like women so thin you could see breast and spine at the same time. I like women so thin that when I go to pick them up, I expect to see either throw up or meth in the bathroom. I like women so thin that when they wear a bustier, it doesn't even touch nipple. I like women so thin when they wear a thong, it covers their whole ass. Now, understand, though, that I have an attraction to really thin women. Now, not really thin women with big butts and big boobs and big lips. No, not that. Natural, small-breasted, thin women that are all natural, just natural. What I find beautiful, not everyone does. What everyone finds beautiful, I don't. We all find different things beautiful. This woman seemed cool, but it was like some of her pictures looked way different than each other. Some, you know what I'm saying? Like she was filtering big time. So the point being, but I didn't care because I thought, you know what? It'll be fun. Like I just want to go on a date with another human, like a grown woman. I just want to go on a date with a grown woman, have a good time, have some laughs, whatever. My bad. So she sends me an address. It's to her apartment. I didn't want to go to her apartment at all. I wanted to meet her at a place. We had agreed to meet at a place. So I thought she was sending me the address to a place. I figured we'd both meet there. So right away, she's like, oh, do you not have a car? What does it fucking matter? Why ask that? I have money for a car. I can buy a car. I live in the middle of Hollywood. I don't want to fucking park it or do anything. I Uber, I do scooters, I fucking walk. I rent a car if I want a car. But no, but why ask somebody? Like, what does it matter? Like, in that sense, that's not a question anymore to ask. It doesn't decide anything. Oh, I'm red facing. Okay, wait, hold on. There we go. So, yeah, it does us no good. The simple fact is, so I go and I realize it's an apartment. And I go, oh, it's an apartment. She's like, yeah. She's like, oh, I can see you. So anyway, I'm walking up and like I knew she was a little heavy and she was heavy and I don't care. Because I figured we were just gonna have fun and I'm not a dick and I'm not perfect and nobody's perfect and I'm not to judge anyone. Like, not my type. I even kind of told her before we went out, I said, look, you know, you don't want to be with anyone with kids. I have kids. We could just have, you know, like one fun night. Not even sex night, you know, just like a drinking, hanging out is really what I was thinking. But that's got to be a nightmare. So anyway, she decides we're going to go to El Torito. So I get us a lift over to El Torito. We get to El Torito. We were going to have the Lyft driver drop us off outside, but she wanted to be closer. So she's like, no, you can go all the way in. Fine, no problem. So he goes all the way in, drops us off. Then, no, she's just kind of weird. Like, she was like popping on everything I said. She's like, okay, well, take it down a notch. I'm like, okay, well, die. You know, I didn't say anything, but I just thought, okay, all right, well, die. Die right now. Die, fall on the ground. I don't care. I fucking hate you right now. What do you mean take it down a notch? So how about I just be me, you be you? And at the end of the night, we never speak again. Who cares? So anyway, so she's at the table. First of all, she gets mad because they asked her to put on a mask. She's so bent about it. It's the rule. Just put on the fucking mask and shut up. Fine. So we go sit down. We take off the mask. Start talking. I'm trying to be like, whatever, cool. Like, just chat, you know, whatever. And she's like, okay, well, let's keep this positive. I go, what? Okay. I go, okay, well, why don't you tell us what we should talk about? She goes, what do you mean? I go, I don't know. I said, why don't you just tell us what we should talk about so we can keep it positive? I just want to have fun. And she's like, oh, well, I just, you know, whatever. It's just, you know, I go, okay, yeah. I go, okay. You know what? I'm so sorry. This is horrible. Like, it was already going really hard. She had already made a bunch of comments. She had a B&B person at her apartment, right? So keep in mind, she has like a 1-bedroom apartment with a person staying there B&B. So she has to rent out part of her apartment for B&B. I asked her what she does. She said I didn't ask about her at all. I asked her what she did. She goes, I sell boat slips. Oh, okay. Well, what do you do like selling boat slips? She goes, I boss people around. Okay. So I went on to talk because obviously she wasn't interesting. But it was like, yeah, at that point, then we're sitting down and we're about to order stuff. And she ordered a margarita. I wasn't going to drink it. And she's like, oh, because you're wasted. So, yeah, I did. I went out drinking before with some friends the guy who gave me this computer, bless you, Jose. The guy who gave me this computer. And I went out drinking. And so and with Nancy, and I had to sober up. So I sobered up for the date somewhat. And I even said, hey, I am so sorry. I was at a thing with friends and we got to drinking and I drank a little. But anyway, whatever. So she was a little annoyed by that. Whatever, bitch, you're not my mom. So none of this mattered. It just, the date was already going horrible. So I said, hey, this is just going to end up being Dutch, you know, and then we'll bail. But why do it? This is horrible. I go, I'm going to leave because this is a really bad date. And so I left. And she was so upset, I guess. She's like, well, you're an asshole. Okay, still leaving. Bye. So I go, I get a lift, I take off, I go home. So she starts texting me how I'm a liar. Then I'm this, and then I'm that, and I'm all these different things, right? What did I lie about? I didn't tell you anything. Like, I never told you anything to lie about. She said her dad went to a comedy school. So I go, oh, at the comedy store, I go, oh, yeah, I'm on the wall there. It wasn't a big deal. I wasn't like, ooh, I'm on the wall. I even said it's not a big deal. It's just, I'm just saying, like, yeah, like I am there. And then what was she? And she was telling me how her dad performed at Flappers. Robin, what's up? And then she was telling me how her dad performed at Flappers in like a bringer show. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I do regular shows there. I'm a regular there. She's like, oh, well, what does that mean? Just that, like, I do shows and I get paid to do the shows. And she's like, oh, well, I mean, you don't have to just talk about like, you don't have to brag about yourself. Okay, it wasn't a big deal. Like, I didn't say like, oh my God, no, it's just like, oh, I'm a regular there. It wasn't like in a big deal, but she was weird. And that's why I was just like, yeah, okay. So this is so horrible. I'm leaving. So I left. Anyway, so she's texting me all this stuff that I'm a liar and I'm all these things and blah, blah, blah. And she's going to check Flappers about me and she's going to check. She can't wait to tell everyone at the clubs about me. I'm like, you ain't going to tell nobody anything new. I'm an asshole. You were super annoying. I didn't want to keep going out with you. Look, I didn't cuss you out. I didn't call you names. I said, this is horrible, the worst. I'm going to leave. I think that's cool of me rather than going on with the date. Rather than, like, there's some guys out there, even though they were totally unattracted to the girl and everything, would still go on with the date hoping to like get laid somehow or something. I didn't want to touch her. I didn't want anything. I simply wanted to move on with my life. This was a bad date for both of us. I'm horrible. She's horrible. We're both horrible. No problem. Who cares? Move on. She starts texting me that I'm this, I'm that. She's going to tell everyone. She's going to do all this stuff. And I wrote to her, oh, the one funny thing I thought I wrote that was hysterical, because I ended it with quite a bit off. However, that is okay. You take care. God bless you. You're a very special person. She was telling me how I can't take care of my kids. I have my kids full time. Like, she doesn't even know me, but she then she tells me to get off meth. I wish I could afford meth. But I said, wow, a relationship with you must be a blast. How have you stayed single deep into your 30s? But I told her, I go, oh, because she's like, you have isn't at the comedy club. Oh, your name isn't at the comedy club. No, it is. Or my face. Oh, no, it is. So she goes, I go, gee, so sorry I didn't stay. You seem very stable. And so it was like the worst date ever. Probably for her too. She was probably as disappointed as I was. If she felt half of what I felt when I saw her, we were both terribly disappointed. Okay. She had a cool face, sorta, I guess, at the best reach. But who cares? I figured we could have just had a fun human date. Have a few drinks, laugh, move on. Nothing sexual, just human fun. But she was just complaining. That's what I mean. She complained about putting on a mask. She complained about this. She complained about that. She complained about the Lyft driver. And then I just said, all right, well, this is the worst date ever. It's horrible. I'm leaving. So I get 9,000 texts. And then I get threats how she's going to ruin me and do all this shit. I always think that. Sorry, I got it. I swear, if I got coronavirus for going out for this stupid fucking date, it's the first time I've gone out on a date since this coronavirus shit. If I fucking get coronavirus because this horrible fucking date, I'm going to be pissed. I'm going to give it to everyone. So this is not the date I went on. Let me show you the date I went on. This is more like the date I went on. Except I'm the girl and the guy. I was miserable. I even told her that, look, before we get going, I'm like, I'm not dating women in their 30s. So I want to have fun, but I'm not planning on this going anywhere. And I don't mean it in the worst way. I mean it to be honest. And you want to probably have kids. And she's like, yeah, I don't want any more kids. So just so that's up front, we can have fun. I started out everything straight up and fun. And I just said, okay, well, this isn't fun. There's no point in it. It wasn't going to lead anywhere anyway. We weren't going anywhere. So why continue this date another second? Why even order food? No, my kids did. My oldest kids, my daughter and my son, 19 and 17, went to a couple of the protests. Cesar, I'll tell you this honestly. I know it's going to sound silly and I don't mean it sarcastically. I'm super busy raising a black Jewish child and making sure she has everything and everything else. I can't do these things. I don't have anyone to watch her, and I can't take her on the thing. Cesar, if you think a shoe on the head supports Black Lives Matter, you should put a shoe to your own nuts. Like, kick yourself in the nuts with a pair of shoes. Do a shoe to the nuts. No, I know. Robin, I don't know if you know this, but protest signs, not only cure, but they prevent COVID. As long as they're protesting the right thing and what everyone agrees on. Cesar, yeah, but put a shoe right up your nuts. Yeah, don't commercialize Black Lives Matter. Black lives do matter. Totally get it. I don't know how anyone doesn't get it. It's not that they're the only ones that matter. They haven't mattered to police. Now a bunch of people have been saying forever, you need to recognize these are human beings and stop treating them shitty. Stop killing them at a high rate. Stop doing this fucked up shit. That's all. Real simple thing. So you guys don't, for a lot of you that don't know, the original saying was Black Lives Matter too. It was a little more clear because it was saying, yes, all lives matter. You're not considering our lives as mattering, and they want to be considered as mattering. If you shove a shoe up your ass, nothing means, Caesar. I mean it like, okay, think of me like that uncle. Think of the shoe like my hand. Shove it right up your ass. Take a picture. You send me that picture of a shoe up your ass. I will give you a screenshot of a shoe up my head. Shoe on my head, shoe up your ass. Deal or not? Do you care or not? Do you really care about the cause, Caesar? Because I do. I will put the shoe on my head if you put the shoe in your ass. We both care about the cause, Caesar. Let's see who really cares. I'm willing to do your thing for the cause. Are you willing to put a shoe up your asshole, Caesar? Because we both care. Let's see who really cares. Go, Caesar. Tell me. Tell me, are you getting quiet now, or are you slowly putting the shoe in your ass and you can't talk? If you're slowly putting the shoe in your ass, Caesar, and you're not able to talk, I respect you. But if you just backed out because I challenged you to really care for a change, to do something beautiful, Cesar. You know how many things you put in your ass for no reason, Cesar? And all I'm asking you is to put one shoe right up your asshole for Black Lives Matter, and then I will put one on my head, as you have asked. When you say the little Jew, do you mean me? Because I am a Jew. I'm 100% Jewish. So who's the little Jew? And why are you so racist, Cesar? Jewish people matter too, Cesar. We're human beings as well. And it's not Jew, we're Jewish. Cesar, do you get that? Do you understand? Now, send the picture. Send the picture of the shoe up your ass, not the vacuum cleaner handle that you normally put in your ass. No, that's not going to count. I want an actual shoe in your ass. Oh, brother Marvin, no. But you have to realize that there's no heaven. So just know that at least it died and went nowhere. It's mulch. Nationality, Cesar. We're a people. Have a flag. We're a people. People, it's not, oh, hey, we're going to be Jewish today. We're going to go, it's Judaism is the religion. Jewish is the nationality. We're a Jewish people, and many of us practice Judaism. Some practice Kabbalism. Some practice Orthodox Judaism. Some practice Talal, something like that. Torah, Tabal, different Kabal, different shit like that. And I'm a non-religious Jew, in that I'm not a practicing Jew, but I'm Jewish, and I'm 100% Jewish. But yes, it's a nationality. We're a race, a people. We're a people. We're a people. Just like we're also, but part of our people are the Hebrewites and things like that. God, I'm bored. I had the worst fucking date ever. I went on a stupid Bumble date, and she looked nothing like her pictures, which was fine. I tried to get past all that, and she was a whiny, complaining bitch. Before we even ordered dinner, I got up and I said, "This is the worst date ever. I'm going to leave now." I go, because I wouldn't even, I would only go Dutch, and I don't even want to do that. So I'm just going to leave. Worst date ever. And I bailed. Either way, Cesar, shoe in the ass. Shut the fuck up. We both had a challenge. We both set forth a challenge. Yours was, I got to put a shoe on my head. I said, you put a shoe in your ass. We both agreed. You said deal. So are you a man or not? Are you a man of your word, Cesar? If you're a man of your word, you put those pair of fucking old Payless shoes right up your asshole. Go on. You put the saddest pair of shoes you can actually afford, and you shove those things right up your asshole, Cesar. Oh, I split. Robin, I didn't even stay for the meal, Robin. I didn't even order. I never even ordered. I said, this is horrible. I don't want to go any further. I want to be out of here. Okay, Cesar, I'm going to laugh at that. That's just funny. Hold on a second. Hey, look at that, Cesar. Do I remind you of your mom? You know, spitting fluids out of my mouth. You know what I'm saying? I don't mean your dad's. I mean the neighbors and everyone else in the neighborhood. But I gotta tell you, fucking Cesar, hysterical. He said, "Go Dutch." I'm gonna put that up. That's fucking funny. No. I like women super thin, no titty, like small boobs, super thin, very natural. I like any race. Race means nothing to me. I don't care. I have one preference about a woman. I like a factory installed vagina. That's my preference. I like a woman came out of the factory with the vagina on. Wasn't aftermarket. No problem if you're good. Like Cesar, super big into transgender, and that's fine with you, Cesar. And I respect you for it. Oh, Cesar, I'm sure a lot of people's daddies are with you right now. I'm sure you're quite the pass around with the daddies. Yeah, you're probably like, well, all the other kids are with like playing soccer. The soccer dads are playing fuck you. Yeah, that's what they play. They play fuck Cesar right in his shoe hole or butthole, you know what I'm saying, but shoe hole. No. Well, actually, I can't argue that, Cesar. You're kind of right, but no, I don't mean like that. I like very natural, thin women. I don't like big boobs. I don't like the big asses. I think it's beautiful, and I think a lot of women look beautiful with it. That's what I'm saying. Beauty is beauty. You know, the same way women find men beautiful or handsome for different reasons is the same way intelligent men find women beautiful for so many different reasons. See, I could have got past that I wasn't into this woman's look if she was cool, or my idea of cool. She wasn't. There was no point to go further. Just my horrible date, actually, Brother Marvin. And your dead pepper, yeah. Your pepper being dead. And Marvin asked hold on, let me get you up there, Marvin. And Marvin, I'm going to tell you, yeah, the discussion is my horrible date and your dead pepper. Yeah, you know, I mean, has anyone else done this where it's just like a nightmare? Like, you have to be careful of everything you're about to say, might say. It's going to set somebody off, trigger someone, send somebody into a thing. Okay, so Cesar, here's the problem. When I had my really long braids, the transition jokes were kind of funny. Could you imagine if this was transition, how bad it would be? I would be the worst. I wouldn't be considered transition. I'd be considered failure. There'd be no transition. So it makes no sense. You're reaching for a joke that's not funny. Cesar, remember when your mom and dad kept saying, Cesar, we are super disappointed in you always? This is what they meant. That was what you came up with. Your transition process is tough, ma'am. You seem frustrated. Again, my conversation in it, I said I walked out at dinner before I ordered. So how did she nope me? It's okay. Just, again, this is why You know how teachers say if we could help just that one kid, they don't mean you, they hate you. John Pinkerton, how you doing, love? And I do have to admit, I was fried, like hungover by the time I got on this date. My eyes are shot red. So, I mean, I get that, but that's what I mean. Like, I'm 50, my eyes were shot. I was hungover going on the date, and yet I still left because I couldn't stand her. I get who I was on the date. Imagine who she was that I left. The guy who showed up hungover and fucked up. Nonstop, brother Marvin. Nonstop. I always accept him. I always accept him, Marvin. I'll tell you this, though. If we end up wrestling, I'm going to do a little hump move here and there just because fuck it. That's what I do. But I'm down to wrestle, brother Marvin. I am down to do this. I'm figure four locking you. I'm not even lying. Coming at you full blast, brother. Hulkamania, how you doing? Yeah, I'm down to throw it, grow it, bring it and row it. How are you, Sir John Pinkerton? I'm so glad. Yeah, it really is. It really is a bad year to date. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm either gonna hook up with girls and fuck and hang out and maybe meet someone cool, or I'm not doing it. I'm not going on any more dates. This woman literally turned me asexual. She literally killed the thought of ever wanting to date again. It was such a nightmare that she's taken it so far after the date that she's like threatening me. She's going to expose me and do this and do that. It was barely a date that ended. It ended quick. Who cares? Move on. Move on and on. And on and on and on and on and on. Like, get it on, dog is. And that's what I mean. People are psychos. People can't just let things go and move on. I meet the worst people, and it's got to be me. So I'm going to change my life. I'm going to tell you this. Cesar, you never sent the picture of you with a shoe in your ass. Oh, she just complained about everything. She complained about the Lyft driver. She complained about having to put on a mask to go into the restaurant. And then when I said one thing about like, yeah, everybody knows it's bullshit. The whole COVID thing's bullshit. Anyone with an education knows that it's crazy. She goes, I don't want to get into that negative stuff. You're the one taking off your mask because you said you're sick of it. You said you're sick of it. And I said, no, I agree. Anyone with an education knows it's pretty much bullshit. I don't believe you did, Cesar. I don't believe you did. That's all I'm going to say, Cesar. I know you have put many things in your ass. I don't see why you're being such a bitch about this. I guarantee you've always at least put one shoe in your ass before. This isn't going to be the first shoe. This definitely isn't the first few things in your asshole, Cesar. Remember when you used to go visit your dad in jail, Cesar? And he'd be like, keister it, son. And your mom would make you take the shit in your asshole. And then your dad would be hugging you and he'd fucking finger pull it out of your asshole. This shoe's no different, Cesar. Just put the shoe in your asshole, buddy. Stop being such a dick about it. If you care about a cause, Cesar. I'm willing to put the shoe on my head. We both made a deal. You can keep lying and playing these games, or you could be a man, Cesar. Yeah, I bet I do. I'll bet that. Are you willing to bet that, Cesar? You're a betting guy? Wow, that's wild, buddy. Look at you with your emojis. Oh, my God. Do you masturbate and hate yourself at the same time? Do you do that often? Do you like cry when you masturbate because you're so angry? Do you hate hot girls that don't get that you're interesting? Do you hate them? Are they wrong? Are they bad that they don't love you? Am I hitting it, Cesar? Is it the shoe up the ass thing that you've done it before and now you're all insulted? Are you upset because I called you out on having to keister shit into jail to your dad? Is that what happened, Cesar? Are you upset because, yeah, of course you had to keister drugs in your asshole at 7 years old up at Folsom, Northern California, going to prison to visit your dad, and you had to keister heroin ballooned in your asshole? I get it, and it frustrates you, and it makes you mad. You bet I got it. You are the emoji king. Look at this. No man who does emojis like that is a man. You can't be a man. You have an innie penis, don't you, Caesar? Do you have an innie penis? You do, don't you? Be honest. Be totally honest. Be totally honest and tell me you have an innie, don't you? But I like you, Cesar. I like you and your little penis and all your hang-ups. And I don't care that normally you're willing to shove shit up your ass and this time you're not. But what's up, Robert Stanley Bell? How's it going? All right, how much longer can I have fun with you guys? Because it's 30 minutes. I'm out of here. I'm bored. I'm gonna just pass out. I'm gonna end my night. But just know, stay the fuck off of Bumble. No, wait. I just gotta say this. I'm sorry. Cesar's gonna bring me back for a second. My daddy, your daddy. I'm gonna put this up for you guys. This is what he wrote. This is what Cesar wrote. Your daddy doesn't mind, so it's all good. What's all good, Cesar? You putting shoes up your ass and then you checked with my dad? You literally, like, forget that he's dead. That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter because he might not even be dead. He might just be hiding from me, but he's open and cool with you. That's quite possible. The fact is, you're saying my dad doesn't mind if you put shoes up your asshole or keister in drugs for your own dad. You're saying my dad's okay with that? And I agree, he probably is. If he's alive, he totally is okay with it. Why did you check with him? Why are you checking with my dad as to what you can put in your ass? I think it's cool and respectful, and I didn't know that he was like running you that way. But that is badass because if my dad is dead, he's pimping your ass from the grave. You are checking in with my dad as to what you could put in your ass. You just made me respect him that much more. That he's got it so badass that he's deciding what you get to put in your ass, Cesar. Am I though, Cesar? You're the one checking with my dad what you can put in your ass. But I'm insane? Cesar, you do realize this is why your mom hates you, right? You realize this is why your mom fucks random guys. Because she hates you and your dad. I love you too, buddy. Listen, you guys have a great night. I'll miss you. I love every one of you except for one of you. Except for one of you.